Space for him to turn and look. Tries the cross. Pass somewhat off target. Look at the space here. Chance! And that is wildly off target. Schneider. Not the most accurate pass. This is a promising build-up. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. Costa Curta. Schneider. And it's Barella. And it's Barella. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Shot a goal! Corinthians heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Massaro. Schneider. And it's Schneider! And for a moment, time stood still.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Davids. And it's Schneider. Del Piero. Schneider. The ball has bounced loose now. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
So what can they make of this? Davids cannot be beaten that easily.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Opts for safety. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Corinthians looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. So the action resumes. Can he get it through? Barella. Thuram. Desai. All played for Del Piero. Now it's Del Piero. Davids, who's set up 1 goal so far. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Oh, look at it! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And now he has 2. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Davids gives no quarter whatsoever. And they can counter here. Now it's Schneider. Davids. And it's Barella. Desai. And here's Hullet. Hullet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Nicely aimed pass.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Barella.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Schneider being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Well, he needed subduing, and it was never going to be soft and gentle, so this could get ugly against them here.
And it's Del Piero. And Del Piero! Oh, it's come loose.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Pagano. Spread out to the left.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
And he shoots! And the keeper threw out a limb.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Substituição.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
It's really well cleared. Keeper's dealt with that. Corinthians have the chance to go the other way. Davids. And it's Schneider. Hullet. Davids. And it's Barella. Now Costa Curta. Barella. Turns back here, probably the best option. Akanji. Tries to play it through, and he's picked it up out wide. Showing good feet. And no, he's seen through all of that. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, they're labouring their way towards the opposition goal here, Peter, and this needs a much livelier solution.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's really well manoeuvred. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's certainly... Bullet! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Substituição em andamento.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. Corinthians are almost home and dry now. Barella. Can he get on the end of this? And he shapes the shoot! Oh, off the bar! And he thumps it clear. No, again there's no way through. And this is Hullet.
have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Dorval. And he's had it nicked away. Well, that looks a decent ball. Corinthians have reclaimed it.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And that is that. Corinthians really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Hullet taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities.
He's having a pop! Oh, it's come loose. Takes a shot!
Corinthians definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Has a look up and drives it forward. Played out to the left flank. And it's Sneijder.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball being almost as important as what he did at the back.
Sneijder First quarter of an hour gone. And here's Del Piero. Chips it through. Out of play for a goal kick. Hops for safety. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Pull it, and pull it! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Pass somewhat off target. He's gone direct here. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Davids is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Nicely aimed pass. Lovely. Shoots! Oh, that's fabulous! That is a gem! An absolute gem! So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. Padova really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Davids. And the counter is on. Knocks it out wide.
Corinthians certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And he's chosen to go back. He's in a great position here. He's having a hit! Davids to Schneider. Bullet tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Del Piero. Tries to... He's rising! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Barella, and it's Del Piero. Can he get on the end of this? And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Corinthians coming at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So the action resumes.
Corinthians really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on every...
Bullet! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Not the most accurate pass. Nicely weighted ball. Schneider. And it's Del Piero. That's a lovely, neat pass. Barella makes the interception. Del Piero. It's a goal kick. And this is Bullet. He's on it, can he get away? And he's made sure that's not getting through. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Barella stood his ground strongly. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Not a bad try by any means.
Massaro is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Corinthians still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Davids being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
And it's Del Piero. Davids.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
And he's straight offside. Turan. Barella. And it's Davids. And Akanji. And it's Schneider. Desai. Del Piero is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Now Costa Curta. It's run loose here. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Davids makes a dash for it. Del Piero. Massaro. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Pullet does well to get it back. And Pullet! Glorious! He's got himself an absolute peach. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. And that really is so impressive. So they have it all to do again.
Corinthians really can sense it now. This game is theirs to...
Batistuta! Goal! Corinthians! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Del Piero. Big chance! And he hits the net. And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 24. Lascia il campo per il numero 20.
Pullet. Del Piero. Threads one in. Del Piero is in a really good position out wide. Lovely bit of... He's had a shot! No, just not quite.
Del Piero really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Cleared away. Five minutes to add. Thuram gets over and intercepts. Now, can they get him away? He's picked his way through. And he whips it in. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And it's Del Piero. And the through ball. And that's a good... And Pullet! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, what has happened here? Decent chance! And that is as far as it goes. Corinthians have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Pullet taking it. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. Well, we have here, Jim, a player who is just so easy on the eye, the mesmerising Dennis Bergkamp.
Well, he's a player who inspired a whole generation with his unique approach to the game, the creativity, the elegance, the artistry. There's never been anything like him.
Yeah, genuine one-off. Lahm clears it away. Oh, important interception. Corinthians are looking to go forward now. Now it's Del Piero. And it's Bergkamp. Messi. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Ronaldinho. Now it's Hullet. That's good running with the ball. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, perfectly measured that. So much time and space here. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Ronaldinho. In with the challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bergkamp looking to be a menace in the final third. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Del Piero. Shifted it to the flank. Nicely weighted ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Barcelona always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Del Piero. Now it's Del Piero. Great vision. Now it's Yamal. Picked out brilliantly. Ronaldinho. Now it's Del Piero. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Messi. Driving on and making good progress. He has found the way through. Has to go back here. Ronaldinho really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Del Piero with the short one. Davids here. And the shot! Corinthians have their second corner now. They've played it short. That's tidy. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And it's Gullit. They want to be quick to recover this. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And he is going into that little black book. Koundé, back towards the middle. Saliba, Pacho. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. The less said about that pass, the better. Yeah. Now it's Gullit. Now it's Messi. He's through here. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Corinthians!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Corinthians have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try...
Messi! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Rafinha. Thuram gives no quarter whatsoever. Corinthians leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. And this is Del Piero. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Now it's Gullit. And Messi! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
And it's half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Corinthians definitely happy with the way they've gone about things in the first half. Could they have turned more of their chances into goals? They can't let that be their regret now.
Corinthians can look back at a decent first half. He's gone for goal! And that's off target.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Pacho. And this is Del Piero. Now he's Del Piero! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Del Piero really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
So, third corner of the game. Del Piero goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Serginho. Can he get on the end of this? And it's been played through. And he's got the big chance! Now it's Del Piero. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's having a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Corinthians have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Messi. He's found a way through. And it's Del Piero. Now it's Ronaldinho. Corinthians are still that goal to the good. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Fermin. Now it's Rafinha. No outsmarting him this time. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Davids has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Fermin. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
He's picked his way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the...
Chance, surely! It's a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so...
And Messi! Del Piero. Gullit being hunted in packs.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed.
Batistuta! Goal! Corinthians! And they've got their lead back. So smooth. A signature finish.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Corinthians do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Vieira. Del Piero. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Into the last quarter of an hour. And this is Gullit. Now, can they get him away? He can run onto that. Maradona. Now it's Gullit. Now Bergkamp. And it's Del Piero. Oh, Red, nice interception. And it's Kubo. And he's managed to get free. And he's there to make the challenge.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And Gullit! Oh, that's fabulous! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Corinthians now in a position far more desirable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Pacho gets over and intercepts. Serginho. Neymar. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Knocks it into space. Threads one in. Kubo is in a really good position out wide. Del Piero is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Lam. Del Piero. Now it's Maradona. That's a good ball out wide.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Maradona. Raul. Now that looks a decent ball. No, that's been intercepted. Raul looking to play him in, and he welcomes it in. And here's Messi. Vieira. And we're done. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar. I'd like to see him get a lot of freedom on that right wing.
And is that his best position?
I'd say so, Peter. With him being left-footed, he can cut inside, but he's such an all-round threat. He has that blistering pace that he can use to beat the best defenders. And it's very difficult to stop him once he starts linking up with others, once he's made that inside run.
That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nice looking ball. Header! Denied by an instinctive save.
Del Piero clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Yamal going face to face with his great rival. And here's Kane. Pele going forward. Romero, Bruno Guimaraes, aims beyond the defence. Lovely bit of skill. Lopez. It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is Del Piero. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
It's a goal kick. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. No goals as yet. Thuram looking for options for movement. Del Piero. Shot goal! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Del Piero is offering a wry smile there.
And he's there to clear it. It's gone out for a throw-in. Shot could be a chance for a shot! Goal! Corinthians! Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
The first breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are...
Big chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Nicely spread. And that was very necessary. And this is Messi. Yamal. Great chance! Oh, that is really good tenacity. Messi with the short one. Messi! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And now a sudden chance to counter. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Del Piero, and the shot! And he hits the net! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
It's Pele!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Knocks it into space. Messi finds himself offside. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Looking for the run. Messi in acres of space out wide. He is just caressing the ball. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And that should get the job done. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pele! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. And he stands tall, impenetrable. And here's Messi. Van Dijk. And Alexander-Arnold. Fermin. Now it's Kane. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Fermin. And it's Messi.
Foram
And it's Rooney.
indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Camavinga. Lopez. Pele. And now the breakaway. And this is Del Piero. And this is Messi. Tries to play it through. And the finish! Yes! It's all becoming so easy. The invitation was clear, and it was... And that is indeed the final act. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Corinthians, seemingly the only team to have turned up here. It is 3-0 at the break. So we're off again. And he was quick to react. Vieira. And that pass just didn't quite work. Fermin. For Messi. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Messi. Now it's Hullet. And the shot! It's a goal! 500 goals! 500 goals! Stop everything and remember where you were. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Corinthians are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And here's Yamal. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Fermin. Nice physical challenge. Davids producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
And here's Kane. Pele. Now it's Del Piero. And it's Lam. Great vision. Now it's Del Piero. Romero did well to stay calm there. And here's Del Piero. Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. Alexander-Arnold. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Vieira really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Del Piero. Now it's Messi. Over to the right flank.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really...
And he shoots! That's another chance! And he's stuck it away! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. Yamal has it in a wide position. Now the ball in. Desai gets it away. And that's a throw-in. Vieira. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Lam is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Del Piero gets into a good position. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Hangs one in. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Kane. And this is Rooney. That's a good ball out wide. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Yamal's cross. Chance! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Teremos uma substituição.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And now they can clear their lines. Bruno Guimaraes, distributed tidily. Mbappe makes a move down the right.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Messi! Great football, shot and save.
Substituição.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Corinthians are looking to go forward now. Pele given the lift of his goal. And this is Messi. Messi's cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. The final 5 minutes. Referee's given a throw. Look at the space here. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Corinthians presented with a golden opportunity here. A lot of furious gesticulation, but it is never going to make the referee overturn a decision.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
A picture of confidence, that was never missing.
Corinthians are having a ball here. Barrios. And it's Messi. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And this is Del Piero.
4 minutos de acréscimo.
Vieira, the man synonymous with solidity. Messi. And this is shapes to shoot! And a neat finish! Pump passion. This, a man full of it all.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And that is that. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in. Things really are heating up here ahead of what we've always known will be a crucial game. At stake, a seat at a higher table. This an opportunity to put down a marker to make a statement of intent. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a rip. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Gli addetti alla sicurezza di tutti i settori sono pregati di recarsi nell'area dello
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Great chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, good climb! And now a sudden chance to counter. Lahm. And here's Del Piero. Lahm has it in a wide position. They've played it short. In with the challenge. Borussia Dortmund have the chance to go the other way. He's found a way through, and he's managed to get free. Crosses it in. Vieira. Messi. Pele. Cruyff. Cruyff! Oh, would you believe it? They willed it, and it happened! And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before him. The ability to handle the ball in tight spaces, his speed of thought on the turn, his...
And the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, just too much pressure on him in the end, Peter.
Neymar, while facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Ferran Torres. Now it's Messi. Shot, surely! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Leon really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Pedri. Guardiola does really well to win the ball there. Casado kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, that's fabulous. Big chance, shoots! There's a goal! It had to come! It just had to come! He had to have his say. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now, this could be a chance. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Leon very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. And here's Ferran Torres. He is through here. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Leon with the corner, there first. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter. Xavi Alonso is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Picked out brilliantly. Mbappe! And that is well cleared. Threads one in. That's good vision. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Guardiola. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe gets on his bike and on the move. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and better. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Leon are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
That's beautifully weighted. It's a promising position. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Neymar, good driving run. Nice control. And here's Neymar.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Alexander-Arnold. And Jamal. Alexander-Arnold. He's in a great position here. Mbappe, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, nicely intercepted. And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, that's sweet, almost. There's the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they're threatening to fly away here. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Leon find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
That has been slung wide. Mbappe on the finish! And he should have made it 4.
Mbappe clearly was a little selfish there, but I don't think it was a bad attempt.
Leon have their second corner now. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And now they can spring out of defence. Camavinga. Oh, good-looking ball.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Foot in. Cannavaro. And here's Mbappe. Great ball, and he's in. Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! Wonderfully smooth, smart, and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
And that is all they have time for.
Leon are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Leon largely dominant, up by 2 at the break. The scoreline 3-1. So, into the second half. Now it's Jamal. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Lopez. Casado. Searching pass he's played there. The less said about that pass, the better. Mendy. And it's Guardiola. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Mbappe.
That's going in strongly.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
It's hit the upright. And he thumps it clear. Not a bad try by any means. Corner number 3 coming up. Towering header! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Yamal. Camavinga. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Good ball over the top. Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Guardiola. And here's Ferran Torres. Oh, super find. Mbappe! Corner number 4 coming up here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. And it's Camavinga. Puyol promptly onto that, and that is that. It's Xabi Alonso. Messi. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Messi. Rafinha. Camavinga. Dink through. No, he's just misjudged that one. Xabi Alonso. Now that's well seen too. Laporte. Mbappe going after that. It's Neymar! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ferran Torres receives it in a good position here. Tries to play it through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Xabi Alonso has a look and plays it forward. Ferran Torres driving. Ferran Torres! And yet another chance goes to waste. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Can he get it through? That has been cut short. Aimed beyond the defence. He's got away. Cross from Ferran Torres. And it's been hooked away. And he's managed to get free. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Messi is eyeing up his options in the middle. They're taking a moment to consider their options. And here's Ferran Torres. And Messi! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Lewandowski. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Messi. Guardiola. And it's Xabi Alonso. And it's Guardiola. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Mbappe clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3 up.
No, that's been intercepted. Neymar. Just 5 minutes left. Pedri. He's had it taken off him. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. No second thought, a straight red card. Barcelona are down to 10 men. Guardiola. Tries one from range. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's in on goal. So much time and space here. Alexander-Arnold. Now then, the ball's come loose. Mendy herring after the ball here.
4 minutos de descuento.
This is a promising build-up. Rafinha. No, he's not getting his way this time. And here's Ferran Torres. Mbappe. And the referee brings it to a close. Leon have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games.
You